Senator Marco Rubio is with us now from Miami. Senator, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Charlie.
So you didn't win tonight. You haven't won any states. Senator Cruz has now won 2 more states. Why stay in the race? Isn't he a better alternative if your goal is to beat Donald Trump?
No, he's not. First of all, we're still in that I mean, we have to understand where we are in this process. All of these states are apportioning out delegates. I'll give you an example. Virginia, we were down 15 points in the last polls in Virginia. Tonight, we've basically fought Donald Trump to a draw there. And that's despite having some other candidates on the ballot that took a few votes that probably would have gone our way and we would have won. We're going to end up with just as many delegates out of Virginia as Donald Trump. That's just one example. We're competitive across the board in almost every state on the map tonight. We will take home delegates. Now, when you get to March 15th, these winner-take-all states, then you have to start winning the states. Second place doesn't count for anything. But this is a delegate thing. And here's the bottom line. Donald Trump will never get to 1,237 delegates, which is what you need to be the nominee. They're not coming to us and asking us to get out of the race. They're begging us to stay in the race.
So your strategy is to stay in the race and go to the convention and deny him until you get to the convention.
Well, first of all, I'll do anything it takes to keep Donald Trump from being our nominee. Anyone who won't condemn David Duke, there's no place for that in the conservative movement. I have people joining our campaign from all over the country. I ask them to go online now at marcorubio.com and sign up for our efforts. Absolutely. After tonight, the map gets really friendly for us. Tonight was supposed to be the night that Ted Cruz closed out his nomination, and he won his home state and a neighboring state. Meanwhile, we have been competitive across the board in every state. Minnesota's still out. We feel great about our team there and our work we've done there. And we will leave tonight with a significant number of delegates and with a trajectory to win this nomination even before a convention in the states that start on March 15th. You're going to start to see that progress.
But Donald Trump has had a big night, and many will say that when you call him a con artist, you are criticizing the people who are voting for him.
Well, he's a con artist. I don't deny that there are some people that have been taken by his message. But look what happened in Virginia and virtually every state tonight. Donald Trump did not sweep. He lost in Oklahoma. We were right in the mix. We're performing very well in Arkansas as well. Virginia, as I pointed out, he was 15 points ahead of me. And then we started informing people of who he truly is. This man is a world-class con artist. And he is conning people into believing that he fights for the little guy. This is a guy that defrauded people in Trump University. And he's doing now to voters what he did to the people that signed up for that school. And that's why if you want to stop Donald Trump, I am the only candidate that not only can unite the party, but I can grow it. And that's why I ask you to go on our website, marcorubio.com, and join our team.
Despite all that you have campaigned, you are 20 points behind in your home state of Florida with only 2 weeks to close that.
That's not true. That's one. No. Well, first of all, that's just one poll or a couple. We know that that's not true. We're going to win Florida. I'm confident of it, especially after tonight. We took, in the state of Virginia, in 5 days, we took a 15 or 20-point lead Donald Trump had and basically narrowed it to nothing. We have 2 weeks to work here in Florida. Donald Trump will not win Florida, and Donald Trump will not be a Republican nominee.
What is your roadmap to change Florida and win in Florida? What do you have to do?
Well, we know how to win elections in Florida, and I think what we have to do is remind people of what's happening with Donald Trump. I don't deny that up to this point there are people that have been taken by his message. He's trying to exploit people that are hurting with this argument that he's fighting for the little guy. Donald Trump has never fought for the little guy. He's a guy that says he's tough on illegal immigration, but he hired illegal immigrants to work at his Trump Towers to build it. Instead of hiring American workers, he hires foreigners to work at his hotel here in Florida. He's a con artist, and that's being exposed, and you're seeing the results tonight in multiple states where he was up by huge margins in every poll, and suddenly he's pulling off small victories, and in the case of Virginia, is basically tied for the number of delegates with us.
But, Senator, he's winning.
So I feel confident moving forward.
Delegates, and he's winning states. Winning is what matters here.
Yeah, but, Charlie, again, you have to get to 1,237 delegates. Donald Trump is not on track to do that, especially after tonight when you get into the winner-take-all states and this race continues to narrow down. He's not going to have 1,237 delegates.
If Donald Trump wins a nomination, will it destroy the Republican Party?
Absolutely. If Donald Trump wins a Republican nomination, it will split the Republican Party, and it will basically, I think, split the conservative movement. We cannot have someone in charge of the conservative movement, for example, that has repeatedly refused to condemn the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, there is no room in our party for someone who won't condemn the Ku Klux Klan or a racist like David Duke. How can that be the leader of the Republican Party and the conservative movement? It is not going to happen. And, Charlie, if I have to campaign in 50 states and in every territory, I will do that to ensure that he's not the nominee and I am. I will campaign as long as it takes. And one more point. No one is going to come to us and say, get out so we can rally around Donald Trump. People are begging us to stay in and fight this man, and we will. And I'm asking people to join our effort at marcorubio.com.
Senator Rubio, thank you for joining us this evening.